All right, so
we're in a mood tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we also have a baby here tonight because babies happen.
Nothing new.
You know. Anyway, so
The side effect of another thing that happened.
We ended our last episode. You had all just decided to enter into the Temple
of Doom.
of Doom.
Yep. Indiana Jones let us in.
Prepare to lose your
I
hearts.
was about to say, where's Indy? I want him to be in my party.
He's my backup character.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Actually, that would be a great.
That would actually be a really
next
good
Good D&D character. Yeah.
I'm sure it's been done. Stat this.
Okay, so
Don't fight me, honey.
Brees is leading the way. She's on a mission here, and they have brought an ill Demetrius with them.
Against his will, practically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember this.
He didn't really want to go in.
Yeah. Mostly because we were asked if anyone was ill.
Yeah.
Coming
They
in.
had told you not to bring any illness into the district.
But I told the
Liar.
thing, a lie.
Bask was very convincing.
Yeah, for once. Anyway, you do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so, what do we see as we were walking? Because we just left the gates, right? Is that what we did?
Or did we just go in?
You
Or we
just
just- are
went
we at the
into the
temple?
temple.
We're just in the temple.
Mhm.
Okay, so,
You're just entering.
He had
in.
just described it and we're walked in.
just
Yeah.
describe the temple.
Yeah, and then our video died. So if you're wondering about that abrupt cut, and I already edited it. I hate saying edited it. That is the worst. I edited the video.
Too
Did
many.
you describe the temple, what it looked like?
Yeah,
15 minutes later.
Yeah, a lot of stonework, sort of gothic, not
Okay.
as intricate as maybe some cathedrals you'd be.
And that's the
thinking of, but
outside.
Yes,
But what does the inside look like?
the inside's very plain.
Okay.
There is an altar.
Do I get like a crypt kind of feeling? Like it's like a mausoleum type thing?
Because
that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, pretty plain. A lot of gray
Okay.
stone. There's
Okay.
there's a shrine with a raven on it.
Okay.
The bird, not a person.
Is it like that? So Raven is what you mean?
Is this your temple?
it's-
You have a weird name tag that says Raven.
Well, some people are like the Raven, or like,
Oh, right.
or for example, somebody dressed as the Raven,
Or a book.
Yeah, true.
or a book.
There's a book in there.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
is there anything that like stands out to me besides this art altar?
There is a man tending to the temple.
Okay. What does he look like?
He's giving you priest vibes.
That's good.
He's wearing plain black robes.
Okay. But he's not wearing like a mask or like the
Mm-mm.
long hair, like
No. He,
that's
Oh
good.
no!
He's-
Did
he's
you
not
hear
reminding
that?
you of
That was
Islana
like,
anyway.
That's like Bree's type apparently. Long hair.
Well, no,
giving her
because
the
that's
look.
what Islana was wearing,
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
right? Yeah, she was wearing that.
Yeah, Islana was, yes.
Oh, so you're looking for
She was-
Islana.
Islana was dressed as
Yeah.
the Raven herself.
Mhm.
So
And that's what I'm
It's an
guessing
interesting
what the
choice
clerics.
for cosplay, but for clerics.
Ah, let's play.
Oh gosh, that was actually pretty good. As they go, that was up at your top tier, I have rankings now. That's S tier. man.
Okay. So is he old?
older.
Older.
Mm-hmm.
Like older than me, older than him?
He's
Whoa,
he's
whoa.
Is he human?
He's not needing a walker. He can walk around all right.
Okay,
but,
okay,
he's,
okay.
he's got some gray in his hair,
Okay.
some lines in his face.
Alright, so he's seen some stuff.
Uh-huh.
So he's a stone element. Got it.
Changes everything.
Okay. Alright. So I just walk up to him and say, Hello.
Is it me
That's
you're
my
looking
that's
for?
my that's my next character. Stone Elemental.
My
Hey, Rock.
name is Brees. I am also a cleric of the Matron of Ravens. And I'm so glad to see you and to be here in this temple. I've never actually been in a temple for the Matron before, so this is really very exciting.
I just kind of stand at the entrance with Demetrius, unless you're going
Behind me or in front of me?
just kind of in front of you, so like
So,
no one
walking
catches
the
a
door?
glimpse of like
You're being protective of his appearance.
yes.
Did
Yeah, in
Warren
walking
come
in,
with
I
us?
was like,
Or did
Um,
Warren you stay behind?
Morin is currently with you.
Oh, okay.
in.
We're all just chilling.
I was walking in. I was like curling things up. Like
We go sit in
about-
like a pew, just like
just kneel down.
Are there pews?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
why not?
No,
What
it's
temple is
it's a very small temple. The
It's a
Matron
temple, not a
doesn't particularly have a large following, so
no, because
yeah. This is a
And
small
we keep
building.
things simple. We don't
Yeah.
like flashy things.
Yeah. No.
Well, yeah. Speak for yourself.
I am.
So Alton responds to you.
Alton.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, sorry.
He's a name tag. He's Alton.
Yeah. Pleasure to meet you, Brees. I am Alton, priest of the Raven. What can I help you with?
I was wondering how one would be able to learn how to dispel this sickness.
That is a challenging process. Requires a lot of education. It's not an easy task for any.
I figured.
For those who have the constitution to handle it, they
Okay.
require a little bit of training to handle this.
A certain
When we
number.
say like a little bit, what do you mean?
I
Like
would
a 10 or above.
I would say about a week's worth of classes.
A week.
Yeah.
There's no way to like speed up that process.
like speed up. Like it has to be a
Not in a safe way where you're not going to be terrorizing the city.
Okay.
Oh, that's what we were here for.
A
Oh,
botched
okay.
process can cause all kinds of issues.
So that's what happened. to us.
Botulism. Oh, yes. That is what happened.
So earlier, was it yesterday? It was yesterday. I felt like it's been a lifetime.
It's been at least a month.
We met a cleric from this temple named Islana. Is she?
Oh,
around?
Islana.
Perhaps?
She's one of our most gifted.
Yes, she.
Sh-
That's,
Got a little vibe of like, she's our most gifted. She kind of screwed up.
We don't.
Sorry, that
I'll
goes in here.
I'll smack the back of Bask's head.
My mask falls off.
We don't typically see our clerics for periods of time, depending on what sort of tasks they've been employed to do, or how many extractions they've made, or they usually wait till they meet their quota and then they come back.
Okay. All right.
Should I mention?
Maybe you can help us then. We have a friend who is
Not here with us.
Are
Who
you saying
is-
that?
No. Okay.
who is affected with this illness, and it's curious to me because he is not a magic user. Have you heard of anyone who doesn't use magic that has gotten sick?
Contracted.
I have not. This sounds unusual.
Yeah.
But
The
it's
illness
totally real.
is attracted to magic. That is
Mm-hmm.
how it works. Do you know of any reason why
He is attracted.
anything to do with magic that it could have attracted the illness to?
Am I in earshot here?
Yeah.
Can I roll
Attract
and
Demeter.
can I roll a
It's like in general.
like an intelligence to see if I can kind of connect
If you
when
can
it
connect the
started
dots.
changing?
Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Coming after me.
Yeah.
Since he is kind
We've already talked to Lord Wellington at this point, right? Right?
Oh,
Demetrius is
no
really
idea.
struggling
I
right
got
now.
no idea.
We talked to Lord Wellington
That's the
and we
first
gave
roll
him
of the
the,
night. That is
the
a
stone.
bad omen.
You did.
Right? And so
Correct.
we
The-
figured
That is the
that the
worst
stone is
omen.
what has the magic, right? Isn't that what he was saying? That the stone could possibly make it so he can use magic?
Lord, yeah, Wellington
Okay.
did say that. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to say, well, there was this thing that he had in his pocket.
Don't I still have?
And no, Lord Wellington has it.
He's looking at it so we can come back to him and get it back.
Apparently, it has magical properties, and we are wondering if perhaps that's what made it happen.
Enchanted items typically don't do that. Sounds like you have a unique object. I'd be interested in examining it.
Instead of the object that is being examined already, thank you. How about you examine our friend?
Can I?
Who's not
Hold
here?
Hold on. I want to. Can I roll an insight on that to see if I can realize she's?
He would freak out.
Noting. Trying to see
what I'm
going
to do.
Yeah,
okay.
Try to see where she's going with that. Probably not. That would be an 8.
Yeah,
No idea.
You're feeling the effects. It's causing you to kind of not really be as tuned into the conversation as you typically would be. He says we can have somebody to him immediately. Take us to him.
Yes, just follow
Perfect.
these guys.
You or someone else?
Unfortunately, I need to be here at the temple.
Perfect. I mean, yes. Oh, that makes sense.
I'll kind of speak up from
What
the
was
back.
his name again? Alton?
Yeah,
Like,
Okay.
Alton.
okay.
I'll speak up from the back,
Oh.
like without being actually seen,
Good man.
and say, what? I mean, what would happen if he was here? Not saying he is. He's definitely not.
No, we
He's
know
definitely
Because
let him
they
out
did
the gate.
ask us.
Yes, they certainly
They
did,
asked us.
and we definitely did not lie
Because
about
we
it.
respect the
He-
law.
He says, "Well, that would be that would have the potential to ruin the city."
Hey, you know what, guys?
So is
He's-
this okay? I would like
going.
to. I would like to ask, what your knowledge of the sickness is. Like, how does it really like? Is it contagious, or is it only when you like use magic next to someone who is sick, or just use magic in general? Like,
It's the conditions vary. Depends on people who have magic and use it are much more likely to contract this sickness
much more likely. So not everybody.
compared to if they are not casting spells.
Okay, so how are the clerics not getting sick?
David, do you think that's a bit of a blanket solution you're putting in?
I'm okay.
She's coming over here anyway.
That is part of the education process of what we teach about curing the illness.
Okay, so you can't just like. Don't you think that all magic users should know this? Like,
Indeed, it would be a good skill. However, it could be
well,
abused.
I'm not talking about dispelling the sickness or whatever. I'm talking about like knowing how it spread, how people contract it, why they're not getting sick. Because
Sure, but
wouldn't we want all magic people to be protected? Why just the clerics? I'm just wondering.
that would be ideal. How would you recommend going about implementing such a system?
Death squads. Oh, sorry. Death squads.
I will think about that and I will come back to you.
If you come up with anything good, let us know.
Do I come
Well,
up with
Could
anything
open
good?
up like a school.
No.
While
That's what I'm thinking.
while they're
But-
kind of talking, I'm gonna just kind of like, I'm just gonna kind of slowly back up, and I'm gonna kind of whisper to Bask and more, and I'm like, I'll meet you guys out there. Take care of my scarf. What scarf?
Okay, so can we meet this cleric and we'll take this cleric to where our friend is? Or we can just tell this cleric to meet us. How about that?
The nearest tavern to the gate.
Or should we have them? Should we go to Lord Wellington's? Since that's kind of where we're staying right now.
He already had like a demon in his. He already had a demon in his house. Sorry, that's my character. Oh wait, no, that's right. I'm not that character.
You're
anymore.
not. You're not.
You have Sean Connery's voice.
Yeah.
Oh great. well, you see, we're staying at Lord Wellington's, and he already had a problem with a demon in his house earlier.
Right. That's a good point.
Maybe he
The
would want
tavern
that.
closest to the gate. Was there a tavern closest to the
Yes.
I assume,
Oh, okay. All right.
as one does.
Remember, I'm Grease.
Just remember, this town,
I will send
there are
someone seeking
taverns
for Brees.
everywhere.
Like 6 per discount.
Immediately would be preferred.
You could throw a
There
rock at
are
one
plenty
and it would
of
bounce.
clerics around. I will send someone.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to go. Okay, goodbye.
Okay. He kind of follows you out the temple.
Getting the-
He's
Okay.
not following you through like the streets or
Can
anything.
I?
He's just
I don't know. I guess like it's the
He's
temple is like super plain and everything. But can
Uh-huh.
I do like a perception check like on him or
absolutely.
temple just to like?
Yeah, you want to do a
see-
closer inspection? Go
Yeah.
for it.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Nine.
on that note, before she was gonna say that, because I did want to kind of get a good look at the guy, but more because I mean I do serve the matron, just not in her capacity, not like cleric level, but you know I definitely
If you were to worship one, it would be her.
yeah I do by far. Oh, I mean my backstory included like
Okay.
the whole thing
Okay.
with the matron specifically, but like
I forgot she was there.
in regards to like how
I forgot
it's all
she
set
was
up.
there.
Would I be able to sense that he, like he's a true servant, or is he just kind of like a worker?
So you basically are trying to figure out if he's a fraud.
Kind of, yeah.
Go ahead and roll what would be the one? Investigation.
Yeah, not enough, I guess. He seems pretty on the up and up to me. Sure does. Yep. I'm like this guy's the real deal.
What'd you get?
9.
Okay.
Well, like,
yeah.
what was it again?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Or
9.
insight. I would say insight, actually.
10.
Okay. Yeah.
Tides are turning.
Yeah, you do believe that he's absolutely a priest, dedicated
Well,
to nature.
I was just making sure the information he's given us is as correct as can be. You know, not just making
Sure.
stuff up.
Yeah. You don't feel like he's been dishonest with you.
Okay.
Everything feels pretty reasonable as far as the information that he's been willing to divulge. So.
I am satisfied.
Okay. And I rolled a 9, so
Okay. For
perception.
looking around,
Yeah.
you catch a glint of purple.
Where?
On him.
On him.
Yeah. It's
Like where?
It's shining off of his neck.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
probably his holy
Everyone's got these
symbol.
cool amulets.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is so
I don't
different.
have a cool amulet. Yet.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your help, Alton. I like book out my hand. Yep.
Come back anytime.
I will. Maybe. If all goes well.
If we don't get chased out by any demons.
My plan is to come back here.
Yeah. Okay.
But, who knows?
So you begin
Who
making
knows
your
what
way
happens?
to the gate downtown. Yeah.
Did you say we're walking fast?
Homebound.
Okay.
Yeah. Terry. Anyways,
About like 10% now, or like
Yeah.
what?
yeah,
Yeah.
the way, yeah.
That's the way we like it.
Yeah.
Less people understand our jokes, the better.
Okay, so you are just gonna go straight to the tavern.
If there's one right outside the gate,
Oh,
like,
oh,
or
oh,
within the district, we said nearest to the gate, so
And being the central district, they're
What's up?
all over.
I was
So
figuring.
yeah.
Whoa. Okay, so as we get out of there, I change back to Dorian.
Okay.
Just yeah, just change back to Dorian so I can get
Okay.
free of this drunk country. But more importantly, I don't need the disguise in there because
Right.
I have my reasons.
Yeah.
But I did not particularly want anyone there to see me the way I am as a bard.
Yeah. So, okay. You make your way into the tavern. What are you guys gonna do?
Yes. Does it look like a big tavern, little tavern?
Small.
Dang it. That means no money to be had. Doesn't mean I can't make it.
Did I get there before the rest of them? Having
You
left?
You
kind
had
of-
you had left maybe 2 or 3 minutes before them. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, so you weren't
Yeah.
walking with us back?
No.
Okay.
Nope. You turned around
Was
and
Orn
I
with
was
us then?
gone.
You had that
Oh,
short
okay.
conversation while he was he made his way
Okay.
out.
I would have
I'm
when I
assuming
first
more
got to the
inspired
tavern, I would have taken off the scarf and folded it and put it in my pocket, and then asked the barkeep for, just
Can I have you roll
Pint of mead.
perception disadvantage?
$1,000.
Am I inside yet or outside?
Well, so this perception is for before you made your way in.
Oh, well,
So
10.
what were you doing when you made it in there? Sorry.
I would have taken off the scarf and folded it and put it in my pocket, and then gone and asked the barkeep for a drink to just an ale
Okay.
pint.
Yeah. He serves you your drink. Are you gonna go sit at a table or?
Is that what he
Mhm.
sounds like?
And wait for. I'll sit at a table by the window.
So yeah, you make your way out. You see, there's a couple of taverns. One of them seems closer. Just entering into the tavern,
And
right?
we just got in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we see him?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
He's sitting in the corner having a beer or an ale or something like
I
that.
stroll over to him and I sit down and I just look at him.
Do you want to look at the book? Decide
Hello,
what
Bask.
do you want to be?
Can I do for you? Would you like some of this ale?
Might I have my scarf back?
Oh, your scarf?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
there was a homeless man
No,
outside.
no, that's
I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll
That's not
it.
something you. Nope. Mm-hmm.
Do you look like yourself now?
Can I roll a
Deception.
deception on that?
Dorian, I look like.
Oh, 3. Please
You-
fumble.
I-
Okay.
Yeah, you would have had to critical fail that one.
I would have loved it
I look
if
at
he
him.
had.
I look at him and smile, and I'm like,
I'll pull it out and hand it to him.
and I try not to act all like greedy about it, but I immediately take it and start wrapping it around my arm and then tie it.
He grabs it and runs off and crouches in the corner and just like.
I'm secretly the guy from the producers.
I was thinking more like Gollum.
It's a mixture between the two. Don't jump.
Okay.
Between obsessiveness and anxiety and
Oh yeah. You described me perfectly. I said perfectly.
perfectly and poor language. So I guess you're all gonna sit down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have what
Things.
he's having.
It's lunchtime, right?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So
A coffee.
There
gonna
it
order
is.
some lunch.
Lovely.
There
That's true. We
boots.
need to eat food. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
I order something very plain but decent.
Soup,
I'd say,
Yes.
what's on your
Bread.
menu?
Soup and bread. Soup and bread. I'll take it.
bread, yeah.
It's just
W-
very
oh.
soup.
We have soup and bread.
Just tell me the meat is actually meat.
That sounds fantastic.
very well.
She's like,
So you're sitting at the table, eating some food.
While we're
Drinking.
waiting there, I'll ask them. So what's happening now? I was just coming here to wait for
someone's
you guys.
going to heal you.
Why do you want to get away from us? I thought we were friends.
Oh no, I was not supposed to be in there.
Oh,
Yeah, that
everything's
wasn't
fine.
the best decision we've made, but
That
granted,
wasn't the
everything's
best
fine.
decision you made.
I mean,
You drug me through that gate.
you walked. I didn't.
I
drag you.
walked, but you lied to him.
I lied to everyone.
Well, that makes
It was
me
also
trust
my
you.
idea too. It's not Bask. Don't blame him for it all. Anyway, a cleric is coming to heal you, so we're waiting until they come.
Hopefully, it goes better than than last time.
It's not going to happen again. Islana isn't very good.
Well, that worries me because he said she was the most gifted. So, to be fair, she was distracted because of that.
Explosion.
Yeah.
So, I guess
So-
my job is to make
We
sure
never-
nothing explodes outside.
We never found
Yeah.
out what that explosion was. Do you know what that was yesterday mid-afternoon? Just
You're
a
talking
big
about
Morin.
Morin.
Yeah. He,
'Cause you
well,
weren't with
of
us.
course, it was that demon, that bloodthirsty.
There was
Oh, the
just
one that
one?
we killed.
Son of a gun. Huh?
The one that we killed.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right.
You know, I never saw the body, so I'm a little hazy on the
Just
story.
before we
I saw
lost,
it.
just before we lost
Okay.
the magic.
You were drunk as a skunk and had decided
But we
to
went
take
back
a
where the
nap.
body was and it was gone. Like
It was
never
a demon,
happened.
and here's Bask. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Well, next demon comes around, I'll slay it.
And we'll sit and watch. Great idea.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'd never sit back for that.
Well, you can join me.
I wouldn't either.
A demon? That's my
You are
color.
never leaving our side. Get comfy. So, yeah, I kind of look around, think since I am a bard, I'm kind of looking, is there like a stage, like a little corner stage that I can make a little bit of money, pay for lunch?
You're not seeing anything set up that way.
Do you think maybe we should see if there's a room available? Because, I mean, I don't
a small
think
place.
Demetrius is going to want to be held in front of it.
Great
I'm-
Scott! A man in plated armor, bright plated
Did
armor.
he say that as he
walks in.
entered? Or did-
Morin.
Morin said that.
Okay,
yeah.
that makes it better.
Morin
Because I'm
said
like,
that.
are there two of these guys? This is my twin.
Yeah, Morin says
This
it
is
as,
named
as a
backwards.
guy wearing bright plate armor enters into the tavern, and he walks up to the bar and he starts talking with the barkeeper.
Well, I saunter on over to him because he looks like a cleric, right?
Maybe.
Most of the time, someone coming in plate armor isn't some riffraff, and
Or
we're
a
waiting.
paladin. Or
Oh, I don't like the paladins. All right, I go up to him anyway. I go up to him anyway.
so
Just
holier than thou.
those lawful goods. Anyway,
Bad.
side note. Anyway, so I kind of just like walk over and be like, "Hi, what you doing?"
He says, "I'm here looking for a woman called Brees."
Oh, happened to know her. She's amazing. She's over there.
He looks over at the table
Save some
and
time, guys.
and he kind of pauses while he's looking at you, evaluating. And
Don't evaluate me.
not you, the table, the table.
The table itself's
In my-
fine. It's
in
the
my-
people at it you got to worry about.
In my brain, that whole first interaction right there was animated and it was hilarious. Just walking up. What you doing?
Hi, what you doing?
Yeah. Little.
Looking for Breeze. She's over there.
He begins making his way over to you,
He's the one analyzing the table itself.
and
That should be fine. That's less fine.
well, you're gonna
If
get a lot of shaking.
We're
image there.
experiencing an earthquake.
Oh.
Look, books. Read the books.
Why? She, like, all of a sudden
can bury
decided
it.
that she...
That was interesting.
Because it was getting too easy.
I don't know where all of these things came from. What is this?
All right. So,
So yeah, he makes his way over to the table, and he looks at you, being the only female in the room.
In the end.
So he assumes you're Brees, and says, "I was sent here by Alton. Who is the one that's needing my help?"
You were sent by Alton?
Yes.
Nina.
You aren't with the Matron of Ravens.
That is correct.
Why did he send you? No offense, but I'm just confused.
Could that be like pulled up?
Oh, that's gonna be such good video. We're all just sitting there and just.
I should just add like a shaking effect.
There's no effect needed.
Yeah.
It's there already.
We use practical effects. You could do some like nice little.
That's some
Am I-
Steven
am I
Spielberg
in?
right there.
Yeah.
Am I in good enough in there now?
What?
Am I in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and
Hopefully I am.
back.
Right.
Just scoot
So
closer.
you don't blah blah blah.
Closer.
No offense. I just was wondering. I'm sure you're wonderful, and I'm sure you can do this very well. But I'm just confused why he didn't send someone from his temple.
Why didn't he send someone
I'm-
from his temple? I look at him very squinty-eyed, and also don't see anything.
He says this is a joint effort. Do you not want my help?
No, I do. I do.
What's your name, by the way?
Rothrick.
What's wrong with Rothrick? That's a common name in Amon.
I'm
That's
just
like
so-
George or Stanley, where
just-
I'm from.
I'm so impressed that you remembered that. like I can't even.
He's like, I already know
that.
the his
Yeah.
name, all
I
right?
know.
I'm a DM.
Well, it is wonderful to meet you,
Rothrick.
Rothrick.
Rothrick. Yeah.
Rothrick?
Rothrick.
Rothrick.
That's what I thought it.
Rothrick.
Rothrick. Yeah.
With like a D?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Not Dothric, Rothric.
I know
That's
that.
a good brother.
I'm saying in the middle.
Roth drip?
Sounds like a terrible
Yes.
disease.
Here is my friend.
We're all
This is
mocking the guy that's supposed to heal you.
And I put my arm on Demetrius to pretend this
That's
I
bad.
know, but well, you're over there. This is Demetrius, and as you can tell, he's not feeling very well.
I'm Demetrius. Just kidding. He's gonna hurt
He
me.
looks to you very well, Demetrius.
That would have
Show
been me slapping Bask.
Demetrius, very well, show me.
Oh, him. I'm saying.
He's pretending I was him at the table.
Me,
Yeah.
Ashley, was pretending that this was, but it's him.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I'm just like,
Well,
why-
he looked to Bask either way.
No, him.
He looks sickly though, doesn't he?
I am very pale.
The man I'm sitting next to. This is Demetrius.
Okay. Demetrius, let's see it.
Right here?
Yeah.
I totally
Drop
just
him.
jumped. I totally just jumped to Young Frankenstein.
I know. That, yeah.
There, you
I
saw
already
it
got it.
happen.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Okay,
Here? Yeah.
here. It's the
Um,
platform. Oh, it's the platform.
I go over to like the nearest barkeep, maid, whoever, and be like, "Excuse me, do you have a room available that we can have for a moment?" Cleric business, nothing funny.
Sounds like strange business to me.
Clerics aren't strange. Don't say that to their face. They're helping everyone in town. What are you talking about? I roll persuasion.
What is it?
Ooh.
17 plus
Yeah.
6?
What are you doing up there?
Oh, cleric stuff. The best, highest, nicest stuff in the land. You've never even seen anything like it.
Okay, I suppose I could let you use a room.
Just for a moment. Thanks. And I just start walking back.
How long are you needing the room for?
I turn to Rothrick and I'm like, "Oh, Clanky, how long are we going to need the room?"
Process takes at least half an hour.
I turn to 45 minutes.
You can have the room.
He probably will need to rest, Bask. So.
I turn back to her.
I'll
her
just
and-
take the room for the night.
Very well, 1 gold.
Okay, I'll pay him the gold.
Fine, yeah, take the room. That's fine. I guess we need sleep eventually. All right.
You almost
Who
had
said
it.
you're staying here?
I was going to argue the price down.
Demetrius screwed it up.
That's fine. I'm a high charisma character. What am I good for? It's right. They don't like money. I
All right.
mumble to myself back to the bar.
So he gives you a key, and he says, "First room on your left."
Is there more than one room?
Upstairs, yes.
There is now. All right.
All right.
I actually am not coming. I'm going to stay here
I'm
and try to
going
make
to
money.
come.
But mostly because I don't want to be a distraction and I know myself. And I saw what happened
Ask
before.
a distraction?
Rothrick says, "I would
I'm
prefer not
distracted.
to have distraction in the room."
I will be very
Precisely.
quiet. I
Um,
want to.
me and Maren will stay
I
down
would
here
like
to
to
get to know each other.
observe this, if you wouldn't mind. I'm a cleric, and I'm going to be learning how to do this.
He.
I will be very quiet.
It's quite a difficult process, and I don't like having people with me. I need you to roll. I need you to roll to convince him.
By the way, I hear this going on.
Persuasion?
I'm a little like, she needs to know
-1,
this.
guys. -1. 12.
Oh, okay.
That sounded pretty good.
That wasn't terrible. He says, "Well, seeing as how you're a cleric, and if you can promise me not a peep, regardless of what may happen during this process,
I promise.
and be ready to run."
I just imagine something.
I've experienced that.
Okay.
And, I say, and I raise the glass I've already got from the person. I'm like, yeah, I know. We know that bit.
So he says, I will allow one to come with me.
Thank you.
And I guess
Well, then I'll just stay down here.
It's besides
It's like a guy that doesn't
Oh,
want to get
okay.
shot. Like, no.
She can get the shot for me, right? He'll still
So Martin and I will stay in here, and I will bard. it up down
Bart.
here.
You're gonna Bart.
Bart it up.
I'm gonna try to get some money when I'm down here.
Okay.
By the way, I found out about performance checks.
Uh-huh.
The whole 3 thing I was doing, not necessary.
Yeah.
Totally unnecessary.
He's just letting you do
I'm
it.
I'm just like,
I was just letting you do your thing.
well, the whole thing I was thinking is like, there's multiple parts
Right,
to it.
yeah.
It was kind of my own.
You're doing your 3-act structure.
Yeah, essentially.
That's a
Beginning, middle,
long
and end.
show.
So I only will need one.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one win or one fell. So
It's not great,
Yeah,
but it is
okay.
what it is.
All right.
Ow.
Roll the tape back.
Yeah. So you make your way upstairs, Demetrius, Brees, and Rothric, and despite all the heavy armor he's wearing, he's making it up the stairs. He doesn't seem to be struggling or breathing heavily.
But it's loud.
Ish.
Everyone downstairs is just like.
Some creaking.
You mean
and
the
clanking.
barkeep and you two?
Apparently, it's a sausage fest down here. He said he's the only woman in here.
So, right, he
Oh, that was so good.
we're gonna move on from that.
That just was like as awkward as we could have made it. We all
That is
three
not
just
even
like
close to as awkward as that.
that's true.
So Rothric asks you to lay down on the bed,
Okay.
and
He's
to,
a professional.
So compliant.
and to remove your shirt.
Okay.
And he pulls out his amulet, which is a symbol of the Dawnfather, which you recognize because your hometown. He's heavily worshipped there.
It's a sun, right?
It's a sun. Yeah. Yeah. Although you guys.
Doing your homework?
You guys from Whitestone, you worship the tree, which was actually given to you from
Which is completely
the
silly.
Dawnfather. Yeah, it's
Jeez, Whitestone needs to branch out.
right. So yeah, you kind of feel like, hey, this is actually wildly appropriate
She did.
for you. He begins the process, and he's kind of moving his hands around, doing some arcane type movements.
Can I like observe it to like see if I can
Mm-hmm.
kind of like
Quietly.
figure out? Yes, quietly. Like just like to see like what he's
Have
doing.
you
Because I know
roll-
he's being quiet, right? But like I still want to like see like.
roll Arcana to see if you can maybe.
I just
sense,
want her to be like, what are you doing right now? Natural 20.
Nice.
Well done.
So much for
Nice,
a week of learning.
nice.
She's got it
Yeah.
now.
It's like that's it. That's
Wait,
easy.
that's all. That's a week. I got that.
So yeah,
That's what we used to do.
let me tell you about this here. So,
I'm gonna write
you're
this.
observing this black substance being pulled into the amulet, and what you notice is that it has a similar feeling to the thing that was chasing you.
Okay.
So for you, I think you can deduce that it actually was the thing that was chasing you, that he is pulling into the amulet.
Mhm.
And
Where player knowledge becomes character.
yeah, exactly.
I thought I just assumed that because I was in the room when it came after us.
Well, no. When
Smarties.
he passed out, you guys disappeared. So
Oh,
when
that's
the
right.
thing disappeared. So you didn't know what happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I recognize this as
You're
what I
recognizing
had
it.
seen out
You're-
of Lord
yeah,
Valentine.
you're recognizing it. Yeah.
Okay.
And you actually,
misunderstood
so this is natural 20. This is kind of big. So you actually notice that the feeling is similar to the feeling you get from the green stone that you guys found way back when. So
Okay.
there is a similar feeling there.
What
Anyways,
does this? What does this feel like as this is happening?
for Demetrius?
Yeah.
So for Demetrius, you had sort of like what you maybe were assuming a connection to some sort of world that you had never really experienced before while this sickness was in you, and you feel that sucking out of you, and it's making you feel kind of empty, and you're also feeling kind of exhausted. You were already physically weak, but now your mental capacity is kind of coming back, so you can feel it better. Like
Yeah.
you understand it better that you're how exhausted you were, and maybe how close to death you actually were.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say with the natural 20, that's gonna cut your learning time at least in half. So maybe 2-3 days at the most to learn how.
Yes.
Just do one of those again.
Yeah. Yeah. When you go to school, yeah, roll a natural 20, you'll be good.
Just to go to school. She's in class. We're all waiting out front, kicking rocks.
You're forgetting this is. I came here to be a part of
This.
something. So.
Do you want to go on an adventure? Oh, you're not with me. Morin, Morin, how you doing?
So, how's it going down there? What are you doing?
Okay, now, officially, if anyone's going to roll something, they have to say what they're doing. Before
I
they're
agree.
doing it.
Oh yeah.
If I had rolled a natural 20, that still wouldn't
Yeah.
count. I'm just
So
pointing that
say
out.
what you're doing before you roll.
That's
a
my
good
rule
rule.
as
Okay.
well as a DM.
Okay.
So I am rolling a performance check, everyone.
She's just.
This is
staring at
not
you.
going to be a 1. But it's 9 plus 6.
Okay.
So
What are you doing? Where
I'm
are you
doing
doing
my
it?
flute. I'm just
You're
sitting.
playing your flute on
I'm
the
just.
table.
I guess I should probably ask first. But I do come up to the person and be like, "Do you mind if I play and put on my hat and entertain your guests? I'm a bard, professionally."
He says, "Well, you'll be entertaining yourself as well as Morin, so have fun."
I mean, I'm not dumb enough. Like, there's no one in here.
How did he know more?
There's nobody in the room.
Okay. Well, then I step outside. And then
Okay.
He's all
Alright.
knowing.
Okay.
just my So I go out with my little tin whistle and I start playing a little jaunty tune. Nothing fancy, just kind of like have my hat out, hoping to get a few
Okay.
schmeckles.
Yeah. So with a 15, you performed pretty well. A couple slip-ups, the audience didn't notice.
They don't know. I'm
Morin.
pretty adept at making it look like I'm.
So
It goes a little sharp, and I'm like, it's going up here now.
Morin tosses you a silver.
I look up at Morin, and I'm like,
You get a couple more silvers from the crowd. You end up with 3 silvers out of that performance.
I'll take it. Paid for my lunch.
And the process upstairs goes smoothly. There's not anything that interrupts the process. So he successfully draws the essence into his.
Thank goodness.
That's good. At least
Into
we don't have another
his-
chase scene.
amulet.
Into his amulet. What does his amulet look like?
It's a sun,
Okay.
and it's got embedded gems in it that are colored green and purple.
Like Islana,
Mhm.
because she had gems on her.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
They're not very large. They're pretty small.
Okay.
but,
So the process is done.
process is done.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I say, Rothrick.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really bad at names.
No, you're
guys.
good. You're good.
I should write this down.
Flagnar
What
Rothrick.
should he just rest? Like, how long do you suggest so that
He's
he
going to
can
be
feel-
feeling tired, but he shouldn't have any long-lasting effects other than any magical ability that he may have had may or may not ever return. So when he's feeling well enough to move, he should be able to do so.
Okay.
Am
also,
I conscious?
Yes.
I'll go get you some water. You just rest. And so I go with Rothrick out of the out of the room. I am. Where did it go? The sickness. Where did it go? I saw that it was going into your amulet.
Correct. It has to be stored.
So it's not like gone. It's
No.
stored.
Correct.
So that would be very bad if somebody got those gems.
Very.
Okay.
Yes. Anybody who did not have the correct constitution or the proper training could potentially destroy blocks.
Okay. Good to know.
That's
All
really
right.
bad.
Well, thank you so much. Do we pay clerics? I can't remember. I'm gonna give him something because I was asking you as Ashley.
Oh, I was answering as Bask.
You could ask him.
Because do
Just
I
say where
pay
it's
you?
from.
Because where I'm from, we get paid because we're the only clerics for miles around, and we were like funeral directors.
Correct.
So-
We do not need payment from the masses. Any sort of tithes the church collects. That's where we.
Okay.
That's how we make our living.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm glad that Alton sent you, even though I was surprised. I'm sorry if I offended you. I wasn't trying to.
Wait. You thought you offended him? What?
Oh, because remember, I was like, why did he send you? I thought
Yeah.
We ordered someone handsome.
It's a non-issue.
He's a cleric, not a stripper.
Well,
Not yet.
see you around.
Cleric stripper.
They
And
don't
I'm
ask.
gonna I'm gonna get Demetrius some water.
Sure. Rothstrick follows down the stairs behind you. He's gone a lot slower than he was before. He's struggling. It appears as though he's physically taxed.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask him. Do you need something like a drink, some food?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Corn on the cob, perhaps. Ovaltine.
Water.
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine.
Oh, now I've
Here we go.
I've kickstarted
He
that.
lost my boyfriend.
Was my boyfriend. Anyway, as they come down the stairs, and we know they're finished because the clanking.
Yes.
And there's only two of us in this empty tavern. This guy's no money, I'm sure. As they come down, I've been really getting to know Morin as a person. Of the conversation we had, was it insightful? Like, do I know more about him as a person, or is he really close
About
off?
Morin?
Yeah. Not by much, but a little bit.
So,
It's more like persuasion.
yeah. So you're kind of asking him about his background and a little.
Yeah,
bit more
like,
about,
is he cool? Like, is he someone that would hang out with us? Or is he too
Because
cool?
we're so cool.
We're
yeah.
the cool kids here. Come on, we're the only ones in this place.
So yeah, you discovered that he kind of works on orders. He receives directions once in a while on where the Claridor order wants him
He's
to
from
be.
here.
He's from town you guys came from.
Kaimal?
Yeah, he's from Kaimal. But
okay.
he generally works in Amon. So
So I do ask him about Seeker Emring if he knows him.
mm-hmm. Not personally.
Okay. Do you know?
He's on the council. I do not know where he would live.
Didn't you already ask where we're going to?
Not really my business.
Yes. Well, I'm just wanting to narrow down a little bit.
I generally don't fraternize
That's
with leaders of the
fine.
city. It's
I didn't expect you to know him.
my place.
I heard he's not the nicest person, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And they come down. I'm like, thank heavens this is over. He's less jovial than I remember.
He may be at his happiest when he's slaying demons.
I'll remember that. Let's find some demons then.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Demetrius is the same.
Demon slaying. They're just like, wouldn't it be nice? They're just,
That's funny because that was the song that was playing in
Can
my
you
head.
imagine Morn and like skipping through a field killing demons?
I just picture this clip with like a really warm filter on
That's
it.
what I was
and
thinking.
Kind of
Just very,
skipping through,
Like a
holding hands, and they're
Vaseline.
swinging swords and just
Lopping heads
Decap-
off of
yeah.
They're like holding hands.
yeah, exactly.
Gosh, just animate it if you can.
I would love that. That may be something that if it ever exists outside of up here, it'll be my favorite video ever.
My whole world is a cartoon.
Okay,
All right.
so
So how'd it go?
it went well.
He's living?
Yes, I'm gonna go bring
There's
him
no
some
demons.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna go bring him some water. I'll be right back.
You owe me 2 shillings. And Oren's like, what?
Huh?
So I go up and I knock on the door.
He's no fun.
Are you asleep? Are you
Oh, you said it like that. Are you asleep?
knock knock? Like Henry.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Let's see if he is. I mean, he would be totally exhausted.
Super.
Let's see if he would be
Yep.
asleep.
Okay.
Come on then. Oh yeah, he's out.
Okay.
Saw logs.
So I just open up the door a little bit and
I'm actually going up with you because I want to check on
I'm just
my
gonna
bud.
leave the water
He's not
next to the
my
bed
bud. Sorry.
and just check on him. Like, can I do
I
like
think I'm
some
oh,
kind of
he
check
looks
to
like an
see if he's
angel.
like doing okay or like
Yeah.
can
So
I just
you
see
want
it?
to do like a medicine check?
yeah something. I
Okay.
just want to see if he's
Uh-huh.
like
As she's doing that, I'm going to say, it's not terrible if we draw
so-
something at his face.
I was so hoping. Again, we've rolled.
18.
Yeah, heart's
Not
beating.
great.
He's breathing.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he's struggling to stay alive in any way. so-
Okay, good. Just making sure.
I was so hoping you would fumble on that and just think that he was dead.
Yeah,
He's
be hilarious.
Bask runs over.
That's my highest one is medicine. So
Okay.
That's what she's good at, guys.
that's what I was trained in.
So I go over and look
Healing.
at him, and I'm just like, I'm not going to draw anything on him. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Let's let him rest. I mean, maybe we should probably stay here tonight, but
So what's the deal with your
is
scarf?
this room big enough to sleep in for all of us?
I'm gonna sleep on the floor.
It's
No problem
midday.
doing that.
We're not sleeping.
Well, we're not leaving him.
We could go down to the tavern and finish our
I'm telling
food.
you, it's hopping down there.
Perfect.
Me and Morin.
Because I want to hear about this scarf. What's the deal with you and the scarf?
We will require the tavern for that. And so we head downstairs, I guess.
Yeah.
And all the drinks therein.
So we sit down and I. Oh.
Okay, all right. Tell me about the scarf. Why is
Um,
it so important to you?
How much time we got?
Well, I think he's going to be sleeping for a while, so
I suppose I owe it to you, but it's more than the scarf that. Let me drop the accent. That's not my real voice. That's not. What?
Ribbles the gnome
Ribbles!
from the Horcus Porcus clan.
My name is Ribbles! I can imagine that.
Wow, that
It
like
was-
derailed us.
sorry.
wait. You don't have the accent anymore?
Yeah.
So I drop the accent and I actually sound like a normal person. I don't have the accents of any of the other people I've ever mimicked near you. And
So you
the
don't
entire
have you
time
don't
that
have your Irish accent anymore?
we've-
Dang.
Irish did.
Oh my. But he talks kind of like this,
I like
just
Irish
very
accents,
just quiet,
so.
and just like his voice is like this all the time. But he says, it's kind of hard to explain, but you know, I did tell you the truth. I am from Stilben. As far as I know, I was left at the steps of a brothel when I was an infant, and basically the only thing that I had on me was a mask. And turns out they were going to kill me. A bunch of the girls there thought I was some demon, and so they.
Why did they think you were a demon?
Is the guy still in the room?
The guy.
The innkeep person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's not really close to your table.
He's just like-
so.
Just
I mean-
cleaning this one glass.
Right.
I look over at the
think
guy.
think of Coates Tavern. It's not really made
Oh.
for a ton of people. It's small.
Well, that's actually a really good
Yeah.
description.
Yeah.
So it's like very like dark wood and just like
Yeah.
mellow.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
yeah.
So he probably doesn't hear me too well anyway, but at this point I don't care. I'm just talking to her. And Morin, apparently.
Yeah.
Morin, come here.
Yeah.
So I actually drop all disguises. And
Gadzooks.
and you see me for the first time.
Blood and thunder.
I
What's-
basically, and this is the first time you'll know.
Wait. Do you have to use magic to do that?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Oh,
So remember, Vellington did say racial abilities
that's right.
tend not to affect.
That's right. Okay.
And I and I just say it's going to be rather shocking, and I drop the disguise, and you see me like wince in pain as I'm like shifting, and you see little to no nose, you see
Like
black and white eyes. Yeah, similar, I guess. You see black and white eyes. I have white hair, just like milky white hair. I am not like terribly hideous, but I'm not a good-looking person. I look deformed.
Morin is actually kind of uncomfortably
Yeah,
resting his hand.
And I assure him, and I say before you do anything, I actually did some research. Turns out I'm something called the Changeling.
Changeling.
Yes, there's not many of me in the world. I don't even know who my parents were, but the important thing is that the madame of the place decided to keep me alive, and she raised me, and they didn't give me a name. They just called me Boy. And one day she noticed my penchant for playing and instruments and sneaking into areas and doing things, and she just said, and she knew this bard that was always visiting a certain girl, and she just kind of said, you free pay if you just train him. And so it kind of just happened where I started to learn from him. But he wasn't a typical bard. He was a blade dancer, so it was a very interesting type. So it's what I did. That's what I learned. And he had a daughter, and that's where the scarf came from. So basically, the daughter, she grew fond of me, and she trained with me, and we started writing plays together and started writing songs together. It wasn't anything romantic, but I fell for her immediately.
What was her name?
Her name was Elizabeth, and she had red hair and she had a red scarf. She was the red dancer. Everyone knew her,